everybody, it's Suffolkblue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you're well. Welcome back to the Attack of the BT Minecraft Let's Play series. I'm back from holiday. It's fantastic to be back. Actually, I had a whole week off, went away to London, went some sightseeing, saw some friends, went to watch a football game down in Kingston upon Thames, took loads of photographs. It was fantastic. But I'm back now. I'm really pleased that the scheduling on YouTube worked because I've not really used that before. So I managed to get a couple of videos up even though I wasn't here to do it myself. But I am now back. Why am I standing in my sludge boiler? I know what you're thinking. Why the hell are you doing that? Well, what I'm doing here is I was just going through and emptying out and taking out all of the useful stuff that comes from I mean, actually everything's pretty useful. I have to say, the first thing anyone should do these days is get a sludge boiler, because it's just phenomenal at getting you materials. I mean, it's just, I don't have to go to a desert and torch mine. I don't have to do any of that. I can just shut them up. I can just turn on my sludge boiler, stand back, and you know, look at the sand. Look at it. It's ridiculous. Filling up the sand, lovely. Haven't got to go and do any of that. Dirt. Now, dirt's incredible because we have filled up all of our dirt. I haven't filled up actually our hopper at the top there, because I've been getting it from the sludge boiler. But we're just going to pop these in here. Just empty these out. What are we going to be doing today? Well, lots to do today. Let's just get ourselves into bat form. Now, last time, if you remember, we did the sugarcane creation growing factory place thingy. What's that growling coming from? There's a zombie around here somewhere. I can't see you, but if I find you, I shall kill you. So we did all of that over there, that glass building over here, and we've planted up all our coffee beans, and we did all our cocoa. All of that was done. Okay, now I'm going to give that a break for a little while. I think we've spent more than enough time over here on the farms for the moment. We've still got to remake my house. We haven't done that yet. We've got still got loads of empty space here to make some more shops. Not going to do that today. Coming over here, we're going to start looking at this area over this side, because I want to try and map out and begin to create where the pastures are going to be, where the fertilizer factory is going to be that's going to create our fertilizer, and where our sewer works are going to be, which obviously is going to, you know, take that sewage, collect that sewage, store that sewage, and go from there. Just so I can also show you, because I haven't shown you since we did it, but this is our cannery, if you remember. Hello, cannery. Don't tend to use it very much, probably because I don't get much food from it, to be fair. But in here we have a dispenser, and if I hit a button, at the moment we're going to have a can of carrots. So let's eat that now. Spit the can out. Did I pick up that can? Thank you. And then what we can do is come around to our recycling point, pop it in there, and then that will vanish and go through back into the system. So that's how we're doing it. All it is just a hopper which is having food spat out from it. Underneath here, this goes back all the way to the chests here, with it basically just got item ducts and pneumatic servos on there to sort out the cans of food. That's all we need it to do. Yeah. So fantastic. I don't use it very often. I much prefer actually these berry medleys are really quite good. They really do keep you well fed and well saturated, which is very good. But we do have the option of having a can of food, as we just did, if we feel like it. So on this side then, what are we going to do? So let's try and have a look here. I think I want my pastures to be here. So they've got the trees, so they're hidden away from the trees. Just thinking about the lots of noise that pastures make, yeah? Because they do make a lot of noise. I think we would have our fertilizing factory probably here, and our sludge works. We've already got sludge here, sewage here, haven't we? Is this sewage? Did I fall in it? Oh, idiot. I don't know what that is. I think it's poison, slowness, and hunger, which makes me think it very well could be sewage. If it is, it's great, because then I can use that as a place to have the sewers. Let's just go and grab a bucket and see what this stuff is. And also, because I want milk from coffees and teas and stuff, by not having any, it's actually quite frustrating. So I need to really get started on this. Oh, there's a bucket. I need to get started on... did I not pick that up? Thank you. We need to get started on moving over some animals. Now, I've got loads of mud as well, all from the sludge boiler, which we can use to try and, you know, make the pig farm, if you like, a little bit more comfortable for the pigs, because I think happy pigs give you happy bacon. Let's take that. What is it? It is sewage. So that's raw sewage. So we need to, I think we could pump that out or do something with that and get that into tanks, because if we can start doing that, we can start cleaning that up. So I think the sewage farm has to be over here because we seem to already have some sewage. This also leads, where's my mini-map, out to sea. So it sounds a bit bad, but actually that's the sort of stuff that people do, is that you have a sewage farm with an outlet that leads out to the sea, to sort of get rid of the bits that you can't do anything with. Sounds a bit like pollution, doesn't it? It is. That's what happens. Get out of the way. I'll take that. So, sewage farm's going to be over there, then by the sewage. That makes sense. Big area for pasture then. This is going to be great water and stuff for the cattle. I'd really like that to pour out. Like there should be a yeah. There we go. Go away. Go away. Thank you. Another zombie head that I don't need. So that's sort of pouring out from there into there. Let's make a start. Let's have a look and think about this then. So the trees we're going to keep, and we might actually increase them and put some more along that bit. Go away. I think I'm going to go and get the materials I need, and we'll make a start. Probably over this area here, at creating the first pastures. So I'll go and get the stuff I need. I'll just kill you. And I shall be right back. Okay, so welcome back. What I've done then is I've just started out by a basic layout. This is where I want the farmhouse to be. In my mind, I've got a very set image of what I want. I want it to be a thatched, single-story type cottage with some bay windows. I want to use red brick, so we're going to be building with red brick with this. We're going to do some timber, sort of wattle and daub effect in the roof, and we're going to have a slight extension out one side. So in my mind I've already sort of sorted out how I want that. I've also decided that I'm actually going to start their gate. The actual farm itself is going to start from here, so I'm just going to pull this across at the moment. Oops. Just so I get an understanding of the layout, if you like. Okay, all the way across. Ooh, go out of my way. And I'm quite happy actually to just go across like this and lose that sort of extra space under the trees, because the animals would only end up getting sort of caught and lost under there anyway. So I'm just going to run this along here just to give me a good feeling of how far. Okay, we run out. That's fine. So definitely keeping the animals very separate. Oh, I nearly got pounced on then. Come here, stupid zombie idiot, ruining my picture. What are you wearing? Oh, okay. Chainmail. Okay, so this part here can still be another building. It might be a barn, could be anything I want to put here, really, to be fair. This building here, we've got some more space in here for another building if you want to put one here as well. But this is our farm. So what we need to do is go and get some of that red brick. Now, I've already started cooking up a lot of red brick. I got a ton of clay, and I mean a ton of clay from our sludge boiler. I honestly, people, if the first thing you build in this game really should be a sludge boiler, because it gets everything you need. All you got to do is get some sludge and you're away. Let's see how much we've got, and then we can start putting some of this together. Oh. Going to get lots of XP from this as well. Just going to pull some of this together. Obviously, we lose a lot of this because we have to put all four of them together to make the proper bricks, like so. And then let's just put these all together. And then we'll have a bit of an inventory clear out before we start this off. See, that only gets to 64. We need more. let's go and get some more clay on the go. And I'll show you just how much clay I've got coming, that I've got coming through from the sludge boiler. It is just ridiculous. Oh, here we go. We're going to start from the back. All empty. Oh no. 2 there. Take those 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Meant to empty my... Oops. Got a bit of lag. Oof. Okay. Let's go and empty out the inventory and get some of these things re-cooking up. Okay, in you go. I think what I'll do is I'm going to get all of this in here. Oops, let's have some more in there. Get all of this in here cooking up. And as soon as I've done that and got a good supply of brick, I will bring you back in. We also, of course, need to get some thatch, which we can obviously got enough. Hopefully we've got enough wheat. If not, we can always do a quick farming job. That's not a problem. So I'm going to get myself sorted out with all of these bricks. And as soon as I've got a good supply, I'll bring you back in and we'll start building. See you in a bit. Okay, so welcome back. We've got a lot of bricks and a few other bits and pieces. So we're going to make a start straight off the bat. Let's start by putting in just a simple ring at the moment of brick. I think I don't use brick very often in any of my builds. It's a funny texture. It can look very busy. It can look very complicated. Brick can. Stone bricks with their sort of big cartoon bricks like the ones you can see on the foundation. They do work better because I suppose they have that sort of large cartoon look and feel. But yeah, not so keen. Not so keen. Let's just put across a line of brick here because this floor here and this floor here are actually going to be different. There's going to be a double door in here. Let's just go and get some wood. There's always something I forget, which is I need some ordinary wood. I'm not going to use up this. This is spruce wood, which is going to be our framing and our timber work. So we don't want to use up that on something as simple as what do we got? I want a good floor type. Let's take some oak. Have I got any more oak anywhere? I should have a load of it. It's the sort of thing that I carry a lot of. It's quite handy actually being able to get rid of some of this. That's the wrong type, but it shouldn't matter. It's quite nice to get rid of some of this oak that we have got laying around because obviously I need to start emptying out. There's some oak. I need to start emptying out these chests so that I can get on and knock this house down, because I think one of my Christmas projects probably this year will be to do that. I want a decent floor type, and I'm probably going to use you. It looks quite rustic. I quite like that. How many? 32. That might not be enough. I really want to come back over if it isn't. I'm amazed that I don't have more oak. Oh, there we go. Let's take. There's plenty now. Let's take a load of that. Let's get all of that over there. Why not? Right. Oh, we need some glass, really. Glass around here. I don't want panes. Panes are no good for this. That's the sort of glass I want. I'm sort of thinking of staying with the dungeon glass look, which I know I've done a lot of, but it really does go. It really does look pretty good. So, thinking about trying to keep that, whilst at the same time starting to move the look forward, you know, because otherwise we'll always be using it forever. That's hardened glass. We don't want hardened glass. These are for the bay windows. Now I've come up with a way that I like to do bay windows, which means I get to use the window or the bay in exactly the way that you would want to use. So that's ordinary glass. We can take you, and then we can just go like that, and we can get some dungeon glass out of this. That's modern glass, dungeon glass. Excellent. Let's go build. We're just going to put our flooring in. Now our flooring is going to be wood. So already you can see that looks really red. That brick just sticks out straight away, doesn't it? Can't miss it. Let's stick in our flooring Just makes it a little more softer. Not sure I want that brick at the front there where the door comes in. Might go straight into wood. Or a smooth stone for the door area maybe. Well, I might need some more after all. It's a good job I did go and get some more. Oops. Oh, lordy. Throwing them everywhere. For some reason, these don't knock with an axe. You have to use a pickaxe on them. Very odd. I'm going to take that out because we are going to put something special in there. And then boom, boom. And then same over here. Let's knock out you and you, because that's where the door's going to be. Put the wood in there just to finish this off. So this is our flooring. So the stone that's now vanishing is just the foundation, as we always do in all of my builds. And there we go. So that's the sort of floor plan. One main room, one secondary room, which actually ends up being the kitchen. And there's a fireplace at this end. So these here actually won't be... have I got any stone on me? I haven't, but we can go and get some easy enough. But they'll end up actually being a fireplace. So what do we do next? Well, let's go around and build in... Leave that one out for now. I am actually going to build over where the fireplace is for now, just so I can start to give a feel of how it's going to look. You notice that I'm missing out 3, 4, 5. Missing out these end points again because we haven't quite got past the need for a timber frame in these buildings yet. We're not quite in the more modern approach. Let's get rid of that. And that's going to come in the form of these. Now I'm going to cut these down. Not all of them. Let's not cut all of them down. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's take the same amount of these. Do that. Same amount, similar amount. And do that. So now what we're going to do. Now watch very carefully. Same way that we did with our buildings over there with the stone ones, where you can see the edge corners work. We're going to do something similar here. But rather than having too much of this, there we go. Boom. So we're creating a whole block, still a full block, but doing one, another one, another one, another one, and then another one. So we're creating a thin frame. Now, if you look at the original house, back over to the first ever house, you'll see that what we did on the ends, although we used oak, we didn't use spruce for these, but when you look at these bits here, you can see we used a whole timber, one huge piece of wood. Now for this farmhouse, we're scaling that back, and we're going to be having just one beam. Okay, just one beam, and that gives a more refined look. It also means that when I come to put in well, my wood goes further. It's the first thing it does. But also, what it means is that as I build up, the micro blocking that I'm going to do, the wood micro blocking around the edges, really starts to look, matched up with the rest, because it's the same size. So it's, rather than having a huge piece of timber, we can get much more detail with the thinner micro blocks. So I'm going to go around to the edges. You're not going to watch me do all of this. It's going to bore you. But you can see what I'm doing. Backwards and forwards, stick in a wood piece. So one side, one onto the side, then another one, then another one, and then a block. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to build up each of these corners and do that. And you don't need to watch me do that. And when it's done, I shall be right back. See you in a bit. So, welcome back. So as you can see around the edges, I've simply built them up in the way that I showed earlier, just so that we've got a full block on the edge there, all looking brick on the inside, but obviously with that extra little hint of wood just on the edge. Then what I've done, along the top, I've just done the wooden trunks, as if there's like, you know, the beams of wood that could stretch across, and this is the sort of structural frame that's going to hold on our thatched roof, which is coming. This end is obviously slightly shorter than this end, and all will become clear once we start to do the roofing, because I want the roof of this part to actually end at about here before we get to the actual main eave of the main roof. So the next thing then really is to look at and think about windows and how we do that. Obviously I filled in this wall, left the door space, so there is going to be a door there obviously. Let's just start off just by putting in these bits here. This is the main door. We know how high it's going to be, and we know that it's going to look like that. Double doors for this building, and I've obviously replaced those bricks there with a stone. Sure whether I like that entirely, but I actually no, I think that looks okay for there. I don't want that over here though. So over here though, as I said, we do have a planned permanent burning fire. Now obviously this is dangerous because we're talking about some flammable stuff here, so let's just take out the bits we think is going to burn, which is basically this part here to start with. Let's get our chisel, quickly make up a better effect for that. I actually want that smooth block for this because it's a hearth. That looks better. So that immediately goes in there, and then we actually take out here and here. So this fireplace is going to burn in here and go up. Now obviously at the moment it's not going to go very far because we've got this in the way. So let's again just go chop and chop. Make a bit of room through there. So that's where our chimney is going to go up. Very dangerous putting a chimney in this structure, but it is going to look amazing if I get it right. So just going to build up that wall because there's no windows in that wall. This wall is purely all about the fireplace. I am going to take out these dirt, and I'm going to put in just 1 and 2 bits of brick there. Then I'm going to get back to our bricks here because I don't need, or I don't want, is probably a better phrase, I don't want this chimney being huge on the side, okay? So it is going to come out, it's going to stick out, it's going to be proud of the building, but it doesn't need there. Alright, so if you can imagine we're going to be burning in here, smoke is going to go up that way, okay? But obviously we've got lots of things here which can catch fire. So we now have to look at how do we protect some of these things. I'm just going to make some of these back into panels and then shred these down a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go from there, I think. Just to start with and have a look and see how big that looks. Probably goes just from here. So straight away we're beginning to create a space for the fire to be. Okay. Still building up. None of this is flammable. The bricks aren't flammable anyway. Oops. Let's take that off. I don't want that on there. Okay, and then let's cover up that side and that side, and I'm going to take that down by 1 as well. So we're beginning to thin up that chimney. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look. Ease that to... Honestly, I think that's too low. I'm quite liking to get rid of that and that. Big old farmhouse fireplace is what's going to come up here. We need to go up by another 1 or 2 of these probably, and let's build this up here. I'm going to leave that there because I now need to build the roof really to get a good feel about how that fireplace is going to look. But you can certainly see that it's going to have a feel around the edges there, which are going to look pretty good, hopefully. Let's put all these together. Just going to turn these into these strips so I can just think about doing something like this, you see. And again, it just takes off some of that flatness, adds a tiny amount of texture, doesn't do a lot else, I grant you. Let's get rid of these foliages. And that's pretty cool. Let's do that a little bit more. Excellent. Gives a pretty good feel along there, I think. Let's do the same here. Just sculpting that out a little bit, you see, make it a bit more interesting to the eye. I think that will do there for now. So then we come to a window. So what are we going to do with the windows? Well, let's take some of these, chop these down. Awful lot of micro-blocking involved with this farmhouse, I'm going to be honest. If ever you expected anyone to do micro-blocking, it should be me though. So we're going to do, let's have a think, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 2 off the ground. Okay, so we do a little upside down L shaped made of white. Okay, we then take some glass and we go bump bump, easy as that. We then put a bit more brick in here, like so, and then I can take these carpenter blocks and I can go bump bump, and there we have a bay window effect. And what we're going to do on the top of that is we're going to put thatch, because we're going to make it look as if it's been you know, thatched along the top, rendered on the top for roofing. Inside, what I'm then going to do is I'm going to knock out this one and this one, and suddenly I've got a little bay window type effect. Alright, not the greatest, but I think it's pretty cool. And we can put some seating in that little bay area, or some bookshelves, or whatever we want to do, and that gives us a little useful space along that part. And the last part, we're not going to quite dig all this in yet, because I want some effect. I want some effect. You know me, I need some effect. So what I'm going to look at doing is creating something like, I don't know whether this is the right number at the moment. Could be completely uneven. I think that goes there. 1, 2. Yeah, see, I was right. Excellent. And then just popping in that one. That one. Again, I want to create just some colour textures, something to look a little bit more interesting than a flat block. So by putting this, oops, didn't want to do that. Out. Thank you. By putting this in here, it just gives a very slight hint of something more interesting than just plain blocks. Okay, that's what we're looking for, just something more interesting than plain blocks. And then what we really need to do is just run along here. Could just make some slabs up quickly to do this, much quicker than using these individuals. But there we go. So we're starting to create, very slowly starting to create. Let's just create some slabs. Come here. Just beginning to put together an effect. These are now full blocks. There. Okay. So that wood looks like it's interlocked with the bricks, giving it strength from the inside. You can't see it. Exactly what we want. Let's just put that glass out and this in. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go along there. And boom, 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 along there. Okay, and stick one in there. So we're going to put another window in. Let's have a look at this window. How do we want this window? Actually, we want one here, and you are coming out. Okay, so let's do another window for you. And then we'll probably call it quits on this episode, and we'll develop it over the next episode as well, because this is quite a big build, actually. It's not quite as simple as the rest. We start off again. We want to do an upside down L, remember. So we go bump, bump, oops. Didn't do that very well. Let's take that out. Try that again. We're going to go one up. Let's make a flat piece. And then we want to stick it out by one. 2 upside down marble. And this is the marble cobblestone, okay? Because that gives the best mottled look, I feel. We then take some glass, pop 2 glass there and there. We then get our wedges, pop those in there and there. Then get our thatch and put it there and there. Thatch obviously is just those 4 reeds put together. But there we go, we're starting to create a cottagey feel, but we're still using red brick, which I think is quite, you know, unusual for me. There we go, let's get rid of those. Okay, so we're starting to have a bit of a look at how this might look from inside. So we will have a working chimney. We absolutely will have a working chimney with a real fire that will really burn. We have to make sure that's all very safe before we do all of that. But I hope you're starting to get a feel of this. I know this is not a complete build. I don't always do this. I prefer sometimes to do a complete build per episode, but this job is huge. So I'm going to get on and finish off these windows and get us to that stage. Haven't touched the roof. Not going to touch that yet. Let's have some more fruit. And then what hopefully you're going to start to see is that this whole area of farmland, I might actually flatten all of this across here, all the way to the end, maybe. May not, we'll see. But certainly at least probably the end of here. But these fences will just give an indication that everything on this side is going to be farm, and everything this side can be, I don't know, maybe some tree. Maybe we'll leave a sort of sprucey bit there, but we can certainly have another building in here. Alright, so, oh, look at them little buggers turn up quick. Dangerous. Blow up my house already, I haven't even started. Yeah, got you. Aha! You're not so clever now, are you? Uh-oh, did he shoot you in the head? Haha! Blow up near my house. Oy. Good! So I'm going to get on. I'm going to leave it here, and we'll come back. I'll take a little screenshot. Actually, I'll wait till morning, but we'll take a little screenshot of the start of this. So this is going to be our farmhouse. These will be our paddocks over here. That's going to be a kitchen area. Might put a little barn in near here, or a little well or something just in this area as well to start making it a bit more pastoral. And then we're going to start looking at how we can fit in the sewer plates, the dairy farm, the carding shed for the sheep, the pigsties, the butchers. Actually, this area could be a really good butchery, which could then ship its meat over to here. Ooh, ideas are flowing. If you like the episode, leave a like. If you leave a comment, that'd be great. Thank you for bearing with me whilst I went on holiday. Good to be back. A little bit of a slow start in, but you know what? I've got to get back into the flow of making all these videos for you. So you take care of yourselves. Have a great week, and I'll see you very soon. You take care. Bye-bye.